worship is really, it's not just the song, it's the heart in the song. So the only way that you can really worship is you have to sit down and you have to worship yourself. So I learned to worship sitting on the keyboard at home by myself. Because just what was in me, I started giving that to God. And I can't play a whole lot of stuff, right? So I'm just sitting there and I'm picking these little things, and if I find a good little chord, I can just play the little chord and then change that one chord and and I'm worshiping off of that. Because now I don't have to focus on the chord, and I can allow what's in me to come out. I'm telling you that worship isn't in the excellence of play. It's not. There are people who can sing excellent. They have beautiful voices. But this doesn't mean it's worship. It's not in the performance. There's a performance factor. So when you watch TV and you see all the different things, you see all the different people who are, whether they're doing Christian music or if they're just doing secular music, what do you see? It's a performance, right? They have a stage presence, they have a show, they've got to do certain things. Some of you have seen Kirk Franklin before, right? Yeah. So what is Kirk Franklin? Is Kirk Franklin worshiping?
Staging.
Or is he putting on a performance?
Just performance.
And I'm saying to you, don't be that. That's not glorifying God. That's not setting anybody free. As a matter of fact, it's putting people in bondage. Because it's thinking that that is what worship is. That is serving God. And it's not. It's the opposite of that. It's singing a song, but not having it come from my heart because I'm trying to elevate self. So Kirk Franklin dances around on stage like Michael Jackson. Now, let me tell you, I've been to a Michael Jackson concert before. This is back before I was serving the Lord, right? I've been to Michael Jackson. Everybody know who Prince is, right? Prince? You guys know Prince? The guy who used to...
Green?
Huh? Green? No. Prince, the singer.
Not sure if that is
Did you guys have Prince? The guy who did Purple Rain. Maybe you guys don't know Prince.
He wasn't really known here.
He wasn't really known here. That's interesting. Michael Jackson, you know. Okay.
Michael
Jackson. Okay, so when Michael Jackson, so Prince and Michael Jackson were like the two guys that were big. But when, he's dancing around on stage, what do people go for? The performance. Why are people yelling? The performance. They're excited. Girls falling out and all that kind of stuff, right?
So it's like they want to see more how dancing that.
And so when he's doing that, what name are people yelling? They're not yelling God.
No.
They're not yelling the name of Jesus. Who are they yelling? They're yelling, Michael! Right?
No.
That's right.
That's what Teacher Frank is trying to get you. He's like, okay, you want to keep the beat, right?
Yeah.
You want to keep the beat. You want to get the right chords. I'm not saying that you don't want those things. What I'm saying is you get them so that it's a reflex, it's a muscle memory, so that I don't have to concentrate on that, because real worship is concentration upon God. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you can start to do that, it changes everything. It starts to change that. And it's not according to doing things just like it's written. I do not read music. I don't know how to read music. The first music class that I was actually in was when I was in elementary school. So that was, how old would that be? So that's, I don't know what you guys call it.
5, 6.
I was probably, maybe I was 7, 8 years old. Been there. I can prepare them for where it is they're gonna go. I can prepare them for the Buddha Buddhas, right?
Yeah.
I can prepare them for the what do you say, jams? I say that, you say jam.
Traffic jam.
Traffic jam,
Yeah.
right? So I can prepare them for those things, the things that you have to face. So then when you say, I want to be a worship leader, then I want you to consider what you are saying. What you're saying is, I'm going to go to a place where other people want to get to, and then once I get to that place, I'm going to go back and get them, and I'm going to lead them to the place where I'm going. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So then, if that's what we really are trying to do, then we have to get to that place. And it has nothing to do with who's in the room. It has nothing to do with how many people there are. It has nothing to do really with your skill level. It has only to do with your heart. So, living in Nashville, or in that area, everybody is a musician. We were talking about this, I think it was me. Everybody plays. You can have the person that's waiting the table, the person that's sweeping the floor, and if there's a piano there, they're like, oh, they'll sit down and they'll start playing, and you're like, it's amazing. And then everybody can play professionally. I remember when we first moved there, we went to churches, we were visiting places, and we were just kind of, finding out what's going on here. We were visiting places. They all had excellent musicians and music. Everybody's professional. 1, 2, they would play it just like it sounds on the radio, or when you hear it on the music, when you play the actual song, it was exact. But my wife and I sat and we said, man, I knew there was excellence in the music, but what I never felt was the presence of God. See, there's a difference between the presence of God and excellent music. I can get excellent music if I go to the symphony. You know the symphony where they have all the violins and the guy standing up there shaking his head. I never knew what he was doing. It's like, why would they look at what you want to do with it? Because anything that you do and you don't have a goal in it, then how are you going to know if you accomplish it? If you say, I just want to learn this, okay, well that's fine, you can do that. But when it comes to ministering, so I know what Samson's heart is to raise up worshipers, right? So how are you going to become a worshiper if you just want to play or do this just because you just want to do it? So don't you need to, in order to become one, don't you need to know what one is? You can't become something that you don't understand. And how can you lead someone to a place that you don't know? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.